With only 5 tarantulas to feed, this is probably going to be a pretty quick feeding video, but I wanted to introduce you all to my current teas, so when I have 100 of them, we can look back and see where it all started. And also, I like to film the feedings just in case I accidentally get bit, which would completely suck, but at least it would be on camera for you to laugh at. My first 2 probably won't eat on camera since they're small slings at the moment, and I gave them enough substrate to burrow and feel secure, which is a big reason I bought these 2 in the first place. 4 of my 5 tarantulas are pet store rescues. I've been interested in inverts for a long time and studied biology in college, and I know quite a bit about the husbandry of these pets, but had no plans on buying them from a pet store until I saw the condition they were in. All the slings were in 2-ounce deli cups with barely any substrate for them to burrow in, and the pink toe, Avicularia, was in a terrestrial setup, even though it's an arboreal species. I planned on getting into this hobby in a big way, but I assumed I would only buy from experienced breeders. But I couldn't leave these guys there, and I'm happy to have them. It's a shame that they won't eat on camera yet, because I would love for you all to help me identify the species. Being pet store rescues, I'm not quite sure exactly what they are. The owner of the store is actually a good guy that takes pretty good care of his animals, but he has a bit of an issue knowing what he's getting from his supplier. This first little guy or girl has white knees and a light carapace. The abdomen looks like it's starting to turn red, so I would bet the farm that it's a Nhandu Chromatus, or the Brazilian red and white. The only other suspects that it could be is an Acanthoscoria geniculata, the Brazilian white knee, or maybe even a Brachypelma hamori, the Mexican red knee. I would assume that the light coloring on the legs would be looking a bit orange or red by now, so I don't think it's a B hamori. And an A geniculata tends to be a bit darker, and the carapace is usually a dark color matching the abdomen. This little guy has a light carapace, and the spots on the legs definitely don't look like they're going to be red or orange, so my vote is Nhandu Chromatus. I'll eventually put up videos and pictures as I get them, but for now, you'll have to judge by this crappy photo. So put your guesses in the comments below. This second little sling is almost certainly a Brachypelma vagans, or the Mexican red rump. The pet store owner said that he was pretty sure one of the slings was a red rump, but that's all he knew. This little guy is super hard to see, and I don't have any good pictures yet, but he or she has bluish-black legs with a red abdomen. I would still love your opinions when I get better video of him, but I'm pretty sure he or she is a B vagans. Both of these slings are great eaters so far, but unfortunately they're tough to get on film while they're this little, so we'll move on to some bigger spiders. This next tarantula is an Avicularia, or common pet shop pink-toed tarantula. She was being kept in a really clean, well-kept enclosure, but there wasn't enough stuff for her to climb on, and it was set up more like a terrestrial enclosure. She looks to be in rough shape, and I assume she was really close to molting since her coloration is very muted and dull, and her abdomen is large and shiny. She's also having a tough time climbing the side of the enclosure, which is usually another sign of pre-molt. I'm hoping she's okay, and she's going to molt soon, but she keeps taking food, so I'm not really sure. They'll usually stop taking food when in pre-molt. I tried giving her a mealworm and she wanted nothing to do with it, but she seems to like cricket, so let's give her one and see if she'll eat it. Awesome, she did eat. I'm not sure what her deal is, but she's in a great arboreal enclosure now with plenty of food and water and a little bit of moisture and lots of ventilation, so she should be okay. So we'll move on. These next 2 tarantulas were in my first unboxing video and they're doing great. This is my Aphonopelma Chalcodes, or Arizona Blonde, and so far she's been a pretty good eater. Might even try to tongue feed her here for you. Whoops. Of course I drop it, but she's going for it. Atta girl. She's a sweetheart and even takes down her prey in a laid-back way. And check out that blonde color. She's a good-looking tarantula, and even though I refer to the rest as guys and girls, this is my only confirmed female at the moment. Let's move on to the next guy, and the star of the show. Okay, I introduced this little monster in my first video. He's my Brachypelma Albopilosum, or Honduran curly hair. He has the crazy looking eye spots on his carapace, making him look pretty ridiculous and goofy. So I've been lovingly referring to him as Derpy. Make no mistake though, this little guy or girl is a savage. We'd probably actually try to tongue feed him without dropping it this time, maybe. Woo! Whoa! Relax, little dude. Holy hell. He's a crazy eater. This guy, again, Brachypelma albopilosum. They're known as these docile, slow creatures in the hobby. Mine's crazy. I told you this thing is a ferocious eater. A little derpy looking, but freaking ferocious. What a badass tarantula. Well, thanks for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to watch this collection grow, and I'll see you in the next one.